All right, guys, it's that time again. It's time for another war, and I am ready. I am ready because I have been waiting for this to happen. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. So, if you guys don't know, there is another war that is about to start in the Gacha community, and it's basically between Mtash and Tectone. So, I'm not a huge drama person. I'm really not like I think the last time I posted a drama video was on my main channel of Pharaoh's the Gotcha Prodigy. Make sure you guys go subscribe to that channel. But the last time I posted a drama video was about Tectone and the whole Robin situation in Honkai Star Rail. It was stupid. So that was like the last time I posted a drama video, and that was months ago. So I'm not a huge drama person. But the reason why I wanted to make a video specifically talking about this drama right here is because I knew this was gonna happen. So as you guys can see, I have like a whole video right here, like a MTash video this video was published 3 years ago. So you guys can clearly see that MTash and Tectone, they had beef since they had beef since the beginning, since the jump, ever since which year was this? Ever since 2021, they had beef. So this, I feel like this has just been brewing up to the point where now they're actually starting to like have beef now. So there's another content creator right here called Gamba AJ. So this guy right here, shout out to him. I'm gonna go ahead and put his channel in the description so that you guys can subscribe to this guy. So before I even explain the whole situation between Tectone and Mtash, we're gonna talk about how it all started. So it basically started with this content creator called Hex Juice. Now I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is at all, but pretty much a content creator that Tectone is close to. I think that's his friend. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the music for you guys, and I'm gonna play this. And while I'm playing it, before I even say who I agree with, I'm gonna say right off the bat, between Tectone and Hex Juice, I completely disagree with Tectone. Everything he said, I 100% disagree with it, and I'm gonna explain my reasons. So we're gonna go ahead and let this play. Let's go through it.
Or don't feel. And let's start with the community. The community aspect for Zenless Zone Zero has been nothing short of the biggest bitch wine fest I've ever seen in my entire life. So much so where if people are actually enjoying the game, people are getting angry at them just for enjoying it this early on. I can understand when people are upset about someone else enjoying the game. Once you're like 3, 4, 5 years in, you realize the devs don't give a fuck about what you're doing or saying whatsoever. But right now, we haven't really been proved that the devs aren't listening right now. They have made some changes to the TV as they've stated prior. I feel like it's fine to give the game a full try. We don't know the lengths of the endgame content. The game has been out for less than 24 hours, and I feel like getting this angry this early is a little bit childish, a little bit dumb, and a little bit short-sighted. Let's wait to shit on it until there is absolutely no wiggle room whatsoever. Let's beat everything in the game, or at least allow me to beat everything in the game. Then I'll let you know exactly that this is not an opinion, this is a fact. This game sucks or doesn't. That's the way that I like to go about things, but that's just me. General C.
All right, so that part right there, I wanted to talk about that, and the reason why, because let me go and play the music again for you guys. So the reason why I disagree with what he's saying right here is because what he's basically saying is, if you're playing a game and if you haven't reached the in-game content, or if you're not high leveled, then you can't really criticize the game. You can't really have an opinion saying the game is trash because you haven't played the game for 3 years, or you haven't played the game for 2 years. So I completely disagree with that, because if we apply the same logic to Genshin, I am 90% sure Tectone would tell new players, don't touch Genshin because this game is not good. So I don't know how to feel about this. And there's a reason why a lot of people are shitting on Zenless Zone Zero. Am I shitting on the game? I mean, I'm still playing it, but honestly, is it the best game right now? Not really. I'm gonna give that game a solid 6 out of 10. I have a whole overview and my honest thoughts on the game. I'm gonna post that video on this channel. But besides that, what I wanted to say was, the reason why most people literally don't like Zenless Zone Zero is because they feel like it's going to be a repetition of Genshin. And you have to realize that Zenless Zone Zero, we don't know if it's made by the same. I mean, it's literally made in the same company that Genshin was made in, like Hoyoverse. It's literally made by Hoyoverse, and Hoyoverse made Genshin. So I don't blame a lot of people, shitting on the game and saying that the game is not good. I don't blame them because those people, they probably came from Genshin and they had a terrible experience. So they're like, this game is going to be no different. And there's nothing wrong with people feeling that way. So for him to say that in order for you to have an opinion on a game, in order for you to basically jump into conclusion with the game, and if you're not like 3 years, like if you haven't played the game for 3 years or 4 years, then your opinion is dog shit. I disagree with that because first impression. First impressions matter. If I go into a game and let's say that the graphics are dog shit, I'm not saying that graphics equate like it is pretty much equivalent to gameplay. I'm not saying graphics and gameplay are the same thing. But if I jump into a game and the graphics are terrible, what are the chances that I am going to play that game? I'm going to say 40% because I am a huge graphics person. So what I'm saying is that everyone has their own cup of tea. Like everyone has their own perspective on certain things. And what you find enjoyable in Zenless Zone Zero, somebody else might not, find that enjoyable because that's how you feel. So when it comes to opinions, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own thoughts. Everyone has their own perspective. So for him to say that, your opinion is stupid or it's dog shit because you haven't played the game for X amount of hours, I don't know, man. I completely disagree with that. Let's go ahead and continue right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this music. Let's
CC's
continue.
attitudes is pretty much nothing short of absolute piss fucking poor whiny bitch babies, and that's okay. It is what it is. I once again I could totally understand if they were like this, and I'm not saying every content creator, but I'm saying there's a lot of wah crying bitches going on in the community right now that say I don't like the game and here's why. I think it's stupid. I can't tell you why that is, but I just really feel like it's dumb. I don't really know what I'm saying, but that's how I feel. Here's my viewpoint. If you're a content creator that's giving an opinion and you can't back why you're giving that opinion, or if you can't justify that viewpoint, I feel like you should pivot that or not say anything whatsoever. Because when you're just saying, take my word at face value and I won't defend it whatsoever or prove it whatsoever, it's just going to lead to some very cringe behavior in the community. And yeah, if you have a viewpoint, defend your viewpoint. Yeah, that's why it's called constructive criticism, not just criticism, because it gets a little bit weird when you can't defend or explain why it is what you're saying.
So for that part right there, I agree with him. I agree that if you okay, the part that I disagree with is the fact that he said in order for you to have an opinion, you have to have X amount of hours in a game. I completely disagree with that. You can play the game for 30 minutes, and if you don't like it, that's your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I do agree with what he's saying is that in order for you to pretty much like if you want to have an opinion on something, at least make it constructive to the point where what you're saying actually makes sense. Like at least defend what you're saying so that people can literally understand your opinion and be like, all right, then I can respect that. You see what I'm saying? So I get where he's coming from, but when he said that you have to have X amount of hours, like 3 years, 4 years, like what the fuck? Like I'm not gonna sit here and play a game for 4 years or 3 years just to say that the game is dog shit. I'm basically wasting my time. And that's one thing too. A reason why most people like they're already shitting the game is because they don't want to waste their time. And I don't blame them. Like if you're playing a gotcha game and if you don't like the game, there is nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't play a game for X amount of hours just to come to a conclusion and say, I don't like this game. You basically wasted your time. So if you are jumping into a game and you are enjoying it, that's a good thing. Continue playing it. But if you jump into a game and you already don't like it, and even though you played the game for 2 hours, you played the game for let's say 3 days or 4 days and you still don't like it, just drop the game because you're just wasting your time. Now, this is where Hex Juice comes in and she pretty much calls him out saying that he shouldn't invalidate everyone's opinion because it's their opinion. So we're gonna go ahead, react to this, and of course I'm gonna give
Everybody's really
my
mad.
take on this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about mad. I think people are just
I
still a
would
little
use the word
confused.
mad. I would use the word mad.
Okay. I mean, I'm mad at you, but that's because
That's why I would use the word mad.
yeah. I'm mad at you because you're invalidating my opinions and it's very frustrating.
How?
Because disagreement
What?
on like perspectives and opinions, I can't like prove you wrong because it's your perspective just like you can't prove me wrong.
Okay, so how did I say you can't have an opinion?
By saying that, and you've constantly said anybody who disagrees with you is either on a hate train
Mhm.
or is dumb.
Yep.
So
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with him saying that. And the reason why is because he never said that you can't have an opinion. He's just saying that if you disagree with him, you're just stupid. Honestly, how do I feel about that? Of course I disagree with that, but he's not he's not saying that you can't have an opinion. He's just saying that you're dumb if you disagree with him, which is totally fine, man. Some people feel like that. They're like, hey, if you disagree with me, you're just stupid. But it is what it is. Some people are like that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, he's wrong on that because that's just how he feels. If he said that if you disagree with me, then you're wrong, then yeah, that's when I'm gonna say that yeah, he's completely wrong on that. But the fact that he said, if you disagree with me, you're stupid, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
so no one's allowed to have any opinion that
No, you're
disagrees with you,
allowed.
right?
You're allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
I didn't think
You're
you put it
pretty
that
much
way.
allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah, but no
It's
one's
just that
allowed
he's
to
gonna
like
call you dumb,
you
which is
understand that when
kind of
you're
stupid
like
to me.
quadruple the size of every other streamer in Gotcha,
Yep.
and you're also so incredibly obnoxious,
True.
it means that absolutely everyone is invalidated when you say that opinion.
Oh, okay.
Now, this part right here, where she said that he's pretty much invalidating everyone's opinion, that's not what he's technically saying. But I do understand what she's saying, and I do agree with her when she said that, like you're pretty like when you're calling the fact that he's like a huge content creator. I think he has like 800,000 subscribers, pretty huge. And when you're calling other content creators stupid because they just didn't agree with your opinion, I do believe that yes, that can harm that content creator because we already know Tectone's fan base. They're very how can I say this? They're interesting. So, his community, they're gonna go ahead, jump on over to the other content creator community that Tectone called stupid, and they're pretty much going to throw hate. So I do understand what she's saying. Like the fact that you have a huge audience, you do have to be careful as up to what you're saying because it's not your responsibility when it comes to your audience and your fan base. It's not your responsibility because they can do whatever the fuck they want. But at the end of the day, you are going to be held accountable if something ends up going wrong. If your community, if your audience is going to other content creators, throwing hate, sending them death threats, the first person they're going to go to is you because you are the content creator of that community. So I completely get what she's saying and I completely agree with her.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just me though. It's just one person's word.
Yeah, but you know that it's not.
Oh, sure. But the thing is, I think people who judge a game off of 2 hours are dumb.
I didn't play 2 hours. I've played about 9 hours.
That right there, I disagree with that one. When he said that if someone judges a game based off of 2 hours is dumb, I completely disagree with that. If a game is dog shit for the first 30 minutes, I'm dropping that shit. I'm sorry. Like, you don't have to play a game for an X amount of hours in order for you to jump into conclusion and say that you don't like the game. Some people they play the game based off of graphics or they play the game based off of vibes, which is totally fine. Everyone has their own way of judging a game. So I don't understand why he's saying that, you can't judge a game based off of 2 hours. You don't understand, what that person is looking for in that game. If they're looking for something in that game and they can't find it in that 2 hours, then they should 100% drop the game if they feel like it because that's just them.
Hours now.
But when people were making their original, I hate this game so much, it makes me so mad. Not only have they, once again, I don't think you have to play the whole game to know that it's bad, but to at least have information on what the game becomes. But as of current time of recording, not a single person on Earth has gotten to endgame. So we don't even know what the game.
I'm pretty sure CN players did reach endgame and they said that the endgame is absolutely boring. I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that Chinese players, CN players, they reached the end game and it said that the end game is completely repetitive. So I don't know about that one right there, Tectone. I don't know about
Is
that
whether
one.
it changes. The
I feel
issue
like
that we
he's
have
he's
is
holding some he's inhaling a lot of copium right here for Zinla Zone Zero.
better later.
He's
But I
inhaling
just
a lot of
really
copium,
don't
man.
think there's enough information to give any flat out definitive weight that is supposed to be held in the entirety of the game rather than a temporary stance. And people are eating that shit up, saying, oh, the game is bad because the first 2 hours. Well, we don't know what it becomes later. I mean, I'll be real. People were judging the combat off of fighting the tutorial mobs, When in Wuthering Waves, if somebody were to do that, they'd be called an idiot. Like, the game will change later.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I do agree with that because in Wuthering Waves, let's be honest, in Wuthering Waves, if you judge the game's combat based off of playing the tutorial, people would literally dog on you and say that you're stupid. So I do agree with that. Like, in order for you to actually judge something, you should, at least unlock most of the content in that game. But like I said, when he said that, your opinion is stupid because, you only play 2 hours of the game, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that, but we're gonna continue right there.
But we should see
This
everything
isn't the
that
core
goes
of it though.
on
This is just the
before we
beginning. Remember,
completely dismiss
it's about
this
Tectone
weekend.
versus Mtashed.
I feel like I don't understand what you want from anybody. How long do I have to play this game in order to be valid in saying that that you don't like the game
I
very
don't
much?
think you have to play it X amount. I think you just have to view what is available at the end of 1.0.
That they
So even if I do view it, and if I say that the game is bad, so what's the problem? I'm pretty sure that some people, they viewed the game, they like pretty much saw all the information, they see all the information in the game, and they still didn't like the game. And there's no way that you're still gonna say, well, your opinion is stupid after they pretty much did what you wanted them to do, which is view the game. So I don't
that
know,
they
man.
can
I
they
don't
can
know.
just because the thing that I'm trying to get in, I'm trying
But
to
as up to right now,
discuss, right, is that you're
I'm gonna say as up to right now, he is making sense. I'm gonna say as up to right now, he is making sense. There are some things I disagree with, but he is making sense overall. And Hex as well.
saying that anybody who disagrees is either factually wrong or basically just stupid if they don't really particularly like the game.
Just to make sure, I'm trying to understand the context of which I said that. I think I said that for the UI.
You play it when there's the most recent thing, like the most relevant thing to play, which was, I think the last time was the next major story update, right? And you didn't like it, and you don't like the game. You are
So
the
I
most
stopped playing
famous Genshin Impact hater.
So I stopped
Why
playing
go back and play it again? Because you want to have a valid opinion. And it's extremely obvious why I'm trying to play this game again.
Right.
Because I'm already having people come in here and invalidate me because I'm stupid because I don't agree with you.
I think
So
that
I'm
if
playing.
you...
I'm going.
And this is the part where Mtash pretty much comes in. This is like the number one issue Mtash has with Tectone. It's like he would pretty much talk, I wouldn't say talk crap about other content creators, but I would say that he would pretty much say things about other content creators that would put them in a bad light, and then his community would go over to set content creators a community or their chat and just pretty much talk trash. So I do feel like Tectone is definitely wrong in this part right here. You do have to watch what you're saying because these players, these people are absolutely crazy in the gacha space. They're insane. Like the fact that they can't even differentiate a video game versus reality is just insane to me. So I do feel like he definitely has to watch what he says because these people are crazy. So I definitely agree with what Hex Juice is saying right here. So that was pretty much the whole Hex and Tectone, situation. It wasn't really that serious. It was just a debate, and they pretty much ended it. Nothing serious. So remember, what they were pretty much debating about is Tectone saying that in order for you to have an opinion on something, you have to pretty much have information of what you're like. You pretty much have to have information in order for you to even have an opinion on what you're playing, like on which game you're playing. For example, Xenosaga Zero, etc. If you're having an opinion on a game, you have to have information on that game in order for you to have a valid opinion. And Hex, her stance on that was, well, you're pretty much invalidating everyone else's opinion, calling them stupid and etc. And that's pretty much, that was their stance. So this is where Tectone, I mean not Tectone, but this is where Mtash comes in, and let's see what he has to say about this.
Like I just don't think he does.
Talking about me as a person.
Like I think he farms like even just like the simplest thing of like Mtash quits again. He knows that it sends an army of shitty people towards me every time, and I've told him like
exactly what I just said. The fact that you have a huge audience, you have to be careful as up to what you say because these people are crazy, man. They will literally go to other content creators chat and it will just type a lot of nonsense, and it can sometimes get under people's skin. So I do agree with Intash here. You have to watch what you're saying because you have a lot of power, and like I said, with a lot of power comes with a great responsibility. I'm pretty sure that's from Uncle Ben, Spider-Man. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, with great power comes with great responsibility. So you have to watch what you're saying, man. Watch what you're saying. And I agree with Mtash on that.
Can you please fucking stop doing that? And he just does it. Or his editors do it. Because he just doesn't care. Because he would rather get views and make money. He makes tons of money, man. He gets so many views. He makes so much money. I had a big stream the other day for The Last Descendant when it first came out, and I think I had like 1,500 viewers all day. I had ads playing. I made like $700 or $800 USD in just the Twitch ads that played. This guy gets like 8 times, 10 times the amount of viewers that I get. Excuse me, on a stream. So like I know that just the ads playing on a stream has to be like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month in some cases. Does he need more? Does he want more? Does he need more? Is it worth pissing off Mtashed to say he quit one more time? Yes, it is.
Viewpoints.
Okay, now that part right there, I'm not gonna lie. I think Mtash did take that part a little bit too far because it's just a baseless assumption. What he's basically saying is that he feels like Tectone is pretty much, you know, drama, like pretty much drama farming, and he's literally using Mtash to get more money. And I don't know, man. I mean, that's an assumption. I mean, Tectone never said that he's using Mtash, so it's like you can't really, just assume that he's doing this for money. So I'm gonna have to hold Mtash on that one, hold him accountable on that one, because you're just assuming. You're just assuming that he's using you for money, he's using you for bait. Like he's assuming that. So just because he's assuming it doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, and you know what immediately someone said in your chat when you said that was hex juice. When the reality is I've had plenty of reasons to back up why I don't particularly like the
Which
game.
means I'm not talking about you.
But the problem is that you set the.
So who are you talking? Okay. So let's talk about another thing that Tectone does.
Bro, he's already getting bro's getting
paints with a
spiced
very
up.
broad stroke, and so anyone that might fall into that section catches a stray. Everyone who made a negative video is now viewed as someone who couldn't back up their statement. Hexjuice, me, every other person is now potentially that because he hasn't named them. So he is now causing people to catch strays.
That's a good point right there. That is actually a good point, because I do feel like when most people, when they throw shots and they're like, well, I'm not talking about a specific person, I'm just talking about content creators in general. Well, what you're basically doing is if anyone goes against what you're saying, if anyone tries to counter your argument or counter what you're saying, then you're gonna be like, oh well, this is the person I was talking about. Not you're not gonna say that this is the person I was talking about, but the whole community is gonna assume that this is the person Tectone was talking about when he said he was talking about content creators in general. So I 100% agree with what Mtash is saying here. He would take a paintbrush, do like a literal light stroke, and if anybody steps in that, boom, you're done. He pretty much set a trap for you. So I do agree that it is bait. It is bait, and this pretty much makes other content creators a little bit scared to insert their own opinion on certain things, because when you say, well, you have to have knowledge on something in order for you to have an opinion, well, now people, they're not going to be able to enjoy games anymore, because in order for them to make an opinion, they have to play the game for this amount of hours and this and that. It's just ridiculous, man. So we're going to continue it.
Which is frustrating, and it makes you feel like.
But I do agree with what he's saying, though.
Right.
I definitely
really
agree
annoying.
with what he's saying, for sure.
Therefore, people listen to you more. You're also very good at setting a narrative.
I think that you get too upset at chat, and I think you should just ban and move on.
She's not upset at chat. She's upset at you.
Okay, and that has to do with what I said. Where?
So
I can agree
you're
with you.
saying that people are coming into my chat and saying all this mean stuff. Ban them.
Yeah, because that
Okay.
sucks to.
That's pretty much it, right?
This guy's a dick. Honestly, you are a dick, Tone.
Oh no, this is where it starts,
Yeah.
man.
It's really because it's like.
And then he starts to
Yo,
DM
I saw that
Tectone.
stuff, and I've been watching it. I have absolutely been throwing shots at you and calling out some stuff I've seen. I've been frustrated by your lack of empathy for years, to be honest, and I'm kind of at a snapping point. We can get along, but I am frustrated in this friendship. And if you want to hash things offline, I'll gladly explain some of the statements that I've made. But I don't want to tiptoe around anymore. You have a lot of pull and power in the community, and sometimes I hold my tongue because I fear that. I don't think that this is a healthy way to have a friendship. I'm phased by this.
So basically, he sent a DM to Tectone, pretty much sharing his opinion on what he, oh, like his take on the whole Hex Juice and Tectone situation. And overall, how do I feel about that? I mean, I feel like I definitely agree with what Mtash is complaining about. I do feel like Tectone, he definitely has to understand that things that you say as a content creator, especially the fact that you have like 800,000 subscribers, the fact that you have huge influence on, so many people, you have to watch out. You have to be careful. You have like the things that you say, you have to be careful because that is going to affect others. And let's not forget Atsu. You guys remember exactly what Tectone said to Atsu, right?
In Genshin Impact. The actions that Atsu has done that have completely destroyed several aspects of my life, as well as many others, are disgusting. And the worst thing is, he deflects. Now, here's the thing. There are things that you do in this community, and there are things that you don't do in this community.
I mean, you said it yourself, Tectone. You literally said that, a content creator's actions can harm others. So I'm not saying that he is intentionally harming other people, but what you say can harm others. The whole, nitpicking, enviosity thing. Honestly, the whole nitpicking thing is really stupid to me, to be honest. Like, if somebody called me a nitpicker, I will just laugh and continue because it's not even that serious. So I'm not gonna go into the whole nitpicking thing, but that's just an example, right? If someone just doesn't like you talking about them, even if it's silly and stupid, I'm just gonna be like, all right, bro, whatever. I'm just gonna continue on my day. It is what it is. So that was like the whole. That's pretty much Mtash's reaction to Tectone, and how he felt about Tectone's response to Hex. So now we're gonna watch Tectone reacting to Mtash reacting to Tectone. It's really confusing, but let's continue.
Content.
Do I?
Like, when's the last time Tectone made a guide or
Why
like
would I?
helped the community?
When was the last time I made a guide or helped the community?
All right, this part right here, I'm gonna have to disagree with Mtash. There is no way he just said that. When was the last time Tectone helped the community? I mean, bro, he has a whole podcast that literally, like, he made a whole podcast to invite smaller content creators to boost up their channel. Like, how is that not helping the community? Like, that is very, very helpful. So, I don't know, man. I feel like Mtash, he was 100% wrong on that one. Like, there's multiple ways you can help the community. It's not just making guides. Some people are not even into guides. So I feel like the best way to pretty much help the community is by, of course, doing giveaways. Making a podcast to pretty much give smaller content creators, give them a boost so that they can have a successful YouTube channel. So what he's saying right here, MTash, you are completely wrong on this. Tectone, he actually did a really good job when it comes to helping smaller content creators, especially the community.
Every fucking week? When I highlight small creators, do tens of thousands of dollars of giveaways, and run the biggest community podcast in all of Gacha?
That is true. That is true. That is true, man. He actually did that. Like, I don't understand where MTash got that from. He actually did that. He actually helped the community. So, like, if we use the same exact, like, if we literally ask MTash, what have you done for the community? All you did was guides. So you can't really get mad at Tectone just because he didn't make guides. I mean, I don't remember the last time I seen him make a guide video, but that's not the only thing that can help the community. So, I mean, if Tectone can pretty much ask Mtash, hey man, when was the last time you had a podcast and you invited smaller content creators? When was the last time you did a giveaway? You see what I'm saying? It's like that was, I don't know, man. That was kind of weird for him to say that. just because he didn't make guides. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
I don't want to be that guy, but Techie literally assisted putting Hex on the map. How in the fucking world can he say that?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy for Mtash to say. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of crazy. That is crazy.
He has Zajeff in his chat attempting to hate train me.
That's crazy. I did not know Jeff was in there too.
Fueling this shit too.
Wow.
Shit, he put me and Shinya on the map too.
Okay. Oh snap.
And I'm gonna just take the shots, and I will message him privately and hash it out there. And he chose to go down the drama path. I know I was being drama. I know I said things. I said some rude things last night. I wanted to see, will he say fuck it? The friendship's more worth it.
No, fuck no.
And he didn't.
Wait, okay, so what Mtash is talking about right here is when he pretty much reacted to Tectone talking to Hex, and he said, you know, Tectone is being a dick and this and that, this and that. But I don't think Mtash is being fair here, because you can't really say, oh, you know, you can't really say that Tectone isn't taking the friendship seriously when you literally threw shots at him first, and you did it publicly. Plus, in the DM message, you literally said, hey, let's hash this out privately. So you could have done that at the beginning. You could have done that at the start. You didn't have to throw shots at him publicly. So I'm gonna have to give Mtash an L right there. He's gonna have to take an L right there, because he could have talked to Tectone privately in DMs instead of just calling him out in front of his community. Plus, remember, you have to watch what you say, because your community, you know, communities in the gotcha space are crazy. So I don't know, man. Mtash was low key a hypocrite right there, because the things that he pretty much disliked Tectone about, the things that he doesn't, like the main thing that he doesn't like about Tectone is the fact that Tectone doesn't watch what he says, and he just pretty much hurts other content creators. And Mtash really did the same exact thing by calling out Tectone, calling him a dick, and all these type of things. So nah, man, Mtash, you got an L on that one, bro.
Wait, so let me get this right. So
you got an L.
goes live and shit talks me publicly for 3 hours. And
Exactly.
Says,
yeah, that's literally what I just said.
And says that I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of messed up. That's kind of messed up.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, man.
And we don't have to talk. Straight up, I'm good. Like, friend testing? Like, that's weird as shit, bro. I don't know what the fuck you were trying to do. That is cringe and weird as fuck. Like, saying that you're gonna run my name through the mud for 3 fucking hours and then send me a DM saying you want to handle this private. You know content creators can't do that. That's disrespectful. That's weird as fuck. Every public issue has to be settled publicly, and this is me handling it publicly. I'm good with you, bro. I'll pass.
I agree. I 100% agree with Tectone on this, because it's not fair for Mtash to say, well, I'm gonna talk shit about Tectone publicly, but he has to respond privately. What? Like, no, bro. If you're gonna talk shit publicly, then I'm gonna do it back publicly as well. Like, you can't do that, man. So I 100% agree with Tectone in this scenario right here, because Mtash, that was kind of messed up. You literally talk shit about him, and then you expect him to respond privately. Like, that's literally not fair. So I don't know, man. That was kind of messed up.
Absolutely not. That is weird as shit.
Like, he literally shit talked Tectone for 3 hours, man. That's kind of crazy.
No thanks, man. Hey, you have fun with your family. I'm good. Why? I'm gonna chill over here with my chat. I'm good, bro. Weird as fuck.
And then people in chat saying that he's dodging.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm being real. I'm not cool with you, bro. At all. 0%.
Oh shit, here we go, man.
I'm ready to hold a single punch, say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm letting you know I'm beyond furious, and I need you to know that before we start talking. This is about to get very ugly. This was made public. I'm letting you know, like, I'm at a boiling point. I'm not gonna be able to stay calm, because I'm actually furious with you. My blood is pumping and my pulse is through the fucking roof right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide my face, man. This is getting crazy.
That's fine. But I'm letting you know, after this conversation, I have no wishes to settle things with you at all. I'm going to delete everything.
I knew that. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
But like I have been having your back for far too long for you to continue to take all these fucking jabs at me. And I would love to give you the floor. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
What in what way have you had my back?
Every single time you quit, every single time the community gets on you, I say
Every time,
beyond a shadow of a
every
doubt,
time I've
it's
said
all
I'm
good.
frustrated, every time I've
Yep.
said I'm frustrated with the game, you make Mtashed is quitting again. Look at this fucking guy quitting again, and put a big
And are
arrow
you?
pointing at me. No, half the time I'm not. Half the time I'm frustrated with the game or I voice my opinion, and then you put in the title, he's quitting again. So the people get the headline, but they don't get the context. And you do that all the time. You give them the headline, not the context, and then they think I'm the biggest fucking quitter. And like, I never said even one fucking time I was quitting Zenless Zone Zero. I said very early on, I was like, damn, I don't think this game is going to slap very good. I don't really like it. And you post a video. He's quitting Zenless Zone Zero already, and it's like, I'm not.
I'm sorry
I'm
that the
not.
guy.
I'm
sorry that the
committing to it.
guy
I'm
that
almost-
quits every game is upset that I said he quits every game.
Yeah, but I didn't say I'm quitting. So what you're doing is you're lying.
You're
and
miserable in every game.
I am. Yeah, because I'm absolutely miserable in every game.
Yes,
I'm not
you
going
have
to deny
clocked
that.
out mentally, which is the same thing as quitting. It's called silent quitting. You are playing it to get money.
Yeah, I'm absolutely playing it to get money.
Exactly, which is the exact same thing.
Which part?
You said, okay, and we.
All right, now that part right there, Tectone, he got the W on that one because the same thing that Mtash caught Tectone out on, which was pretty much Tectone making money just for drama, like he's pretty much farming drama. He's making money using other people. He's using Mtash, this and that. Mtash, you're doing the same exact thing. You're literally playing a game that you don't enjoy just for money. So you're not being genuine with your reactions. You're not being genuine with your honest reaction. Like you're not being genuine because you're playing something that you don't enjoy and you're making money off of it. So you're pretty much miserable. So I 100%, I'm 100% giving Tectone the W on that one. Like you called out Tectone saying that he's using you for money. He's doing all these things for money, but you're pretty much playing a game that you don't enjoy for money. So it's pretty much like you're both on the same boat, to be honest. So yeah, Tectone definitely got the W on that one. And Mtash, I don't know, man. You got an L on that one. You definitely got an L on that one because, like, you can't get mad at him for saying that you literally, like, you can't get mad at him for telling a video saying that you quit a game because that's what. Let's be honest, guys. How many games have Mtash quit so far? How many gotcha games has he quit? We got Genshin Impact. We got Honkai Star Rail. We got Wuthering Waves. He pretty much, like, let's be honest, bro. He literally quit that game. He literally did. When was the last time he made content on that game? Don't even know. So Wuthering Waves, he quit that game as well. And now Zilla Zero is coming right up. The game's been out for literally 6 days. It hasn't even been a week yet, and he's already dropping it. So it's like you can't even blame Tectone because it's a cycle that you are literally, it's a cycle that you keep on doing to every game. If you, it's pretty obvious that you just simply don't enjoy gotcha games. And if you don't enjoy it, that is fine. Just go play a different genre because I would rather play something that's actually going to make me happy versus me playing something that's not going to make me happy and I'm quitting all the time. That's just a terrible experience. So the only person that you can get mad at is yourself. If you don't want Tectone to make, oh, Mtash quit, this game video, then there's a simple solution. Don't play the game, period. And a matter of fact, just don't play gotcha games in general because he's just not a fan of gotcha games, clearly. So just play an MMO. Go play a game that you actually enjoy so that Tectone doesn't have to make a video of you pretty much quitting a game. Like, it's literally that simple.
Really think I'm misrepresenting you? Then let's go through the VOD. You said that I put titles of my videos that paint you in a bad light, and it's my fault for your hate because of the titles.
No, that is not what I said.
What
I said
the
no.
fuck are you talking about?
No, shut the fuck up. What I'm arguing is you said I had your back every time you quit, and I've defended you against the masses. But your defense, quote unquote defense, is posting a video saying, Mtash quit again, and then essentially just watching my reactions and my frustration with the game and going, wow, that's fucking crazy. He's quitting again. Like, you're not defending me. All you're doing is bringing to light my frustrations and then putting the title, he quit. even if I never said it in the video.
Here,
So what you're doing
I'll
is you're
message my
you're
editor.
putting words in my mouth and in the
Cool.
title of the video. And so you're not like defending people and be like, everyone leave him alone. It's his opinion of the game. Like, maybe you've said little things like that in the video, but I think the net positive or negative of those videos is it just makes it worse for me.
Cool. And what
That's
I'm saying is you've done the exact same thing to me.
And I'm sure that there is a video, like even during the Atsu drama, you called it out yourself. I admitted to it. There's absolutely times where, just like last night, I call you out because I see it and I go, fuck, like you have zero empathy for the people you're talking with or arguing about or talking about. Even this morning, I know you're mad at me. I know you're frustrated at me, but you say shots that
Sure.
are you're calling me
So,
essentially a
before-
loser, jealous, like
I've given you 5 minutes.
Like,
I've given you 5 minutes.
yeah.
Do you acknowledge you do the same thing?
I do not do the same thing. No
How?
fucking
Okay.
way.
Okay. So then, how do you explain with the title clickbait thing, where you say, "Oh man, Tectone got called out hard. Tectone made me end stream and cry." How?
Because the end stream and cry thing is a comedic video.
Yes, but
about-
people are going to
about
lose
me
the
doing
nuance.
polls. Yeah, I my God.
Just
you
like
aren't fucking listening.
the big joke is that Mtashed quit again. It's a fucking joke.
All right, now this part right here, Mtash, I definitely agree with him on this part right here because this is the thing. What Mtash is saying is that Tectone, he pretty much doesn't he's not considerate when it comes to other people. He does not consider it to others. And what Tectone is saying is, well, you did the same thing, so you can't say anything. I mean, Tectone, you're not really attacking his argument. You're just saying, well, you did it, so therefore that doesn't matter. I don't think that's a good argument. So in this specific scenario, Mtash is indeed correct because Tectone didn't really attack his argument. He didn't attack his argument at all. He's just saying, you did it and I did it, so therefore you're wrong. Like, you're not really, countering Mtash's argument. You're not attacking his argument at all. You're just saying that as long as you did it as well, then you're wrong. And that's not a good way to pretty much have an argument with somebody. If you're having an argument with someone, you have to hold yourself accountable. Even if the person did the same exact thing, you still have to hold yourself accountable. You have to say, well, man, I'm sorry. I should never done that. I should have asked, if it was okay for me to post videos about you quitting, even though you do it all the time. But I should have made a video I should have asked you before I titled the video or before I made the video. That would have been a more mature response. But the fact that Tectone is taking it to, like, he's basically taking a path where he's like, well, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to hold myself accountable. I'm not going to be the bigger person. I'm just going to say, well, he's wrong because he did it. That's just not a great way to pretty much argue with somebody. So, Tectone, I'm going to have to give it an L on this one. Mtash, you got the W, man.
You can ask your own community.
Okay. Listen.
So why do you think you don't want to answer that?
Listen to me.
Why don't you think you want to answer that?
You go to a
Why
high
don't you think you want to answer that?
Listen to me. If you go to a high school bully and you say, "Hey, why are you picking on that kid?" Half the time they might say, "Well, it's just a meme."
Which is what you just did.
You memeing.
You just said that.
Dude, it's a fucking joke in the sense of, like, you didn't bully me at all in the video. You're just, like, reacting to my polls, and then I made a joke about it. It's not the same fucking thing, dude. And if you think it is, you're trying to paint it in a light that it isn't. And I know that you're smarter than this, John.
Dude,
you know that they're not the same thing.
You know Mtash quitting is a...
Yo, things are getting crazy, bro. He just leaked his whole government name. This bro said John. That's crazy, man. So I do agree with what Mtash is saying, though. It's like, just because you think it's a joke, it doesn't mean that it's a joke, and the person that you're making a joke on, it, like, okay, that was messed up. Okay, let me rephrase. Just because you think that you making a joke on somebody else means that the person that you're making a joke on thinks it's a joke. Like, if Mtash doesn't think it's a joke, then just stop, bro. Like, if he doesn't want you to make these videos, just be considering, just be like, all right, man, you don't like it when I make these type of videos. That's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna stop it. And just leave it at that, bro. You don't have to continue making Mtash quit videos over and over again. it's funny, it is hilarious, but at the same time, he doesn't think it's a joke. So just be considerate and just stop it right there, bro. Like just stop. You don't have to continue any further. There's no reason to. If the person doesn't think it's funny, then just stop it.
I know it's a meme.
Then there it
But
is.
a meme doesn't mean that it's friendly and a good thing. People
All
dunking
I'm
on
saying
you,
is
people
that
dunking
we're
on you
both
for
doing
something
the
that
same
happened.
thing.
We are not doing the fucking same thing. That video.
You
if
think yours is a joke. I
if
think mine
you
is a joke. So we're in the same boat.
In what way do you joke in your video? All you do is critique or watch my video and talk about, oh, he's quitting again. He's quitting again. Where is the comedic moment in that video, John? Where's the comedic moment where you're
show
like,
me.
you're
I
like-
want you
you're
to
like,
show me, rather than talk about what's in it, show me these moments.
Show me which moment.
The moments that you're referring to. Show me the moments in which you're referring to. I think it's pretty obvious that Mtashed quitting is a meme, but we can pretend that it's not if you like. I want to see, show me the clips of me doing these things that you're saying.
It's the lack of doing anything. You're claiming you make these quitting videos to defend me. How about let's do this?
Okay, then how about I pull one up and I'll show you me defending you.
Prove the moment where you're defending me.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
I would like to.
Okay.
And let's see what percentage of that video is defending me in this way that you think is like this holy
what
thing
what
that you're doing.
percent?
And then what
percent?
percentage?
Yeah, what percent do I need to hit?
Is you just I'm just curious what it is.
Yeah, but no, what percent? Because I want to know what quote I have to hit.
You don't have to hit any quota. Don't try to turn my words and make it seem like I'm like.
No, you just said what percent of the video is doing this, and what percent of the video is that. So what percent do you want?
I'm genuinely curious. I would just love to know what it is. If you're defending me about quitting, if you're making a video and you're saying that it helps me, I'm guessing that you made a video talking about my quitting, saying, guys, Mtashed never said he's going to quit. Mtashed said he's going to play the game all the way through. He's going to get through everything, and then he's going to quit. So leave him alone. I'm going to guess 95% of the video is you doing that. Okay. If that's what you think it is, and it helps me, that's my guess. Is 95% of the videos, that's what you're doing.
So,
but
okay.
I don't think that's the reality.
So let's think. So the community, what do you think the community thinks of you?
I think that the community thinks I quit all the time and I'm miserable in these gacha games. Because
and what part of that is wrong?
I publicly say it. None of it. I always say it. I say it all.
Hold on, I gotta mess with Hex Juice. Please just ask him he feels about you. He uses his. Okay, let me make sure. This person that you were trying to defend, Hex Juice, sent me a comment, which is
I'm not defending her at all.
Ask him how he feels about you. He keeps using others as a shield to air his issues. So why don't we just talk about me and you stop being this white knight for other people, and we just actually be men about this?
Oh boy, so now Hex Juice comes in and she's like, ask him how he feels about others because he only uses other people to shield his, like he basically used other people. That's what she's basically saying. So now Hex came into the picture and now she has beef with Mtashed. Like things are just starting to things are just going crazy now. Now we have now it started with Hex against Tectone and it was just a friendly debate and that was it. But now it's like Hex and Tectone versus Mtashed. So there's definitely going to be some sort of third party that's about to come in. And this is going to be a whole war. So overall, everything that Mtashed just said right there, I completely agree with him. But the part where Tectone said that he defends Mtashed, I agree with that. There are certain scenarios where Tectone would defend him. So I don't feel like Mtashed should get, really upset to the point where he's like, well, we should just end our friendship because you're making Mtashed quit videos and I don't like that. I feel like Mtashed, he should just say, hey man, if you don't stop making these videos, of course I'm just not going to be your friend. Like that's fine, that's fair. But for him to say that Tectone doesn't defend him, that's kind of messed up because he actually does. There are so many situations where Mtashed, he would call Tectone a dickhead. He would say he's stupid. He would say that he's a shithead. All these type of things, and Tectone would still defend him. So, and remember, guys, if I come over here, we exit out on this browser right here. We come over here. 3 years ago, they had beef. 3 years ago. If I play this right here, I wonder what this was about.
Once again, I'm not here to about any of you.
Let's listen to it real quick.
but I do want to let you know, because I'm not sure if you watch my stream or not. Do you watch my stream? If you
Every
don't, it's
day.
totally-
I'm a mega fan.
Okay, so then have you seen the streams where I constantly praise you and defend you?
Do you know what? That's the thing is no, because people are only gonna share the shit, right?
So what Mtash is saying is not inconsistent. If Mtash literally said that Tectone does praise him, then his whole argument is like Mtash's whole argument is flawed. It's inconsistent. But he's been saying this for 3 years that Tectone does not defend him. So I'm gonna give Mtash that. At least his argument is consistent. Because if he said that it wasn't, that Tectone wasn't, that Tectone was defending him, then yeah, that's kind of, your argument is inconsistent. But he's been saying this for 3 years, and they've had beef for 3 years. So I feel like now is pretty much reaching a climax, and now I feel like they're literally just gonna go at it.
Hex, I think you're a fucking snake. So let's
And
just-
there it is. So what you're saying is you reacted to me and Hex talking for 3 hours because you wanted her as an excuse to get to me. Why do you think she's a snake?
Because she was in chat for 3 hours reveling in all of this, and then I DM'd her and I was like, am I out of line here? Like, kind of thing. And she said, oh, I don't want you to, do you want me to show you the DMs?
And
Would you
now
prefer
she's
that?
saying no, 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 no.
I mean, I could just show the exact things that I typed. I mean, honestly, I think I'm, because you two are friends. She doesn't want
I thought
me
I
to
was
make you
abusing
look
her.
bad. You were.
Oh, so now you
You can
are
be
saying
friends.
I'm abusing her. Because
Okay,
before you said you didn't say that,
Yeah,
but now
yeah,
you're
okay,
saying you
okay.
are.
I'm not gonna say abusing her.
But you
I'm
did
gonna
just say that.
Okay, yeah, I hyperbolized because you said I said you're an abuser. I'll clarify it. You were a prick to her last night. Even though you're friends, you can still be a prick to her, and you were.
Why don't you just stop pretending that you actually give a fuck about these other people and just admit you have a problem with me? Are you noticing that you don't want me to write this out because I have proof of everything that you've said in this
No,
conversation?
I want you to write down legitimately. I am not saying because you're gonna post this in a video now saying.
No, I'm not posting this on a video, Mtashed. I have already messaged my editors that I don't want this to be a video, and I'm going to message them again right now. Because this isn't about the content, Mtashed. I didn't want this fucking call, which is demonstrably true by my own fucking words, and it's not true by yours because you're admitting to baiting me. This isn't about the content.
Dude, shut the fuck up. You're trying to twist the whole fucking thing.
Am I?
didn't want the call.
I'm
My
quite
guy,
literally saying what
in
has
way-
happened.
In what way did I drag you into this call and be like, you gotta fucking talk to me or else?
Because, okay, guys, can you send me the clip of me saying I don't want to react to him saying he's scared because he knows he can't handle the smoke?
Yeah, because I do think that. I do think that.
And so, how does that give me an out?
It doesn't. It doesn't because
So
you're
then-
a narcissist
exactly.
and you don't want to
So-
lose. That's why you didn't
so-
call me in the first place.
So you did force it. No,
you
I didn't
are.
want to talk to you because I was pissed because you're insulting my friendships. And I don't talk to people who go after my personal friendships. Okay?
I did not say you don't have a friendship with her. I said you were being an asshole to your friend.
And
it's not
when
the same
she
thing.
disagrees.
So twisting my words.
When she
and saying,
disagrees.
oh, he thinks there's a. And that's fine. Whatever fucking Stockholm syndrome friendship you want to have.
And so
there,
now you're saying she
fine.
has Stockholm syndrome with me? What
dude.
the fuck are you even saying?
She was messaging in the friend or in the
What
chat the whole
the
time.
fuck is
chilling,
this?
Happy.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, give him a second to pick up. What were you saying, Hex?
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing, Hex? Hex, you're in the chat the whole time. Like, what are you doing here?
The whole time?
You DM
Okay,
him,
all right.
you
Can
DM
I
him saying I'm
speak for
white knighting
myself?
you?
I would love
You
to
can
speak
I-
for
can I
yourself,
speak-
Hex.
I'm just shocked here.
But
I
what?
would
But
love to
what?
speak
But
for
what? Can I speak for myself? Please.
Sure.
So,
Can
'cause
I
everybody
put
wants
the
to fucking
DMs
speak-
on screen first? Like, can I
You
put
can
the
put
DMs?
the DMs on screen in which I nicely and respectfully set a boundary with you that I don't want this to be a crusade on my behalf because
It's
I
not.
came into your
I
chat.
Let
Let me speak. Please let me
sentences
speak
later.
because absolutely everybody has been speaking for how I feel today.
That's fair.
Okay? So what happened was the reality of the situation was that I came in towards the last hour of you reacting to that conversation. I came in, and honestly, to a certain extent, I was kind of glad that you were like agreeing with me to a certain extent, because I was frustrated about the conversation, which I told Tectone privately that I was upset with him. Can we confirm this?
Yep, we agreed to talk about it privately later.
Yes. Okay. And so I was like, I was kind of joking around because I've always not known if you liked me or not because of the situation that we had previously. And I was kind of glad that you were like friendly with me. And then I stayed in there longer, right? And it became this absolute tirade where you were using this as a situation to bring up Atsu, to bring up Envy, and all of this other shit. And I DM'd you. I added you on Discord first because I don't typically check my Twitter DMs. You DM me on Twitter in the middle of it at some point. I don't know when. And we're like, "Am I off base?" And then I DM'd you and said, "Hey, like, I don't like you can have problems. You're valid. I don't want to be part of this. I don't need you to make me part of this. I don't need to be defended." That's what white knighting is. Because I came in and an hour was friendly for a little bit, and then you started going off the fucking rails about all this other shit, and it wasn't about me anymore. It wasn't about your reaction. It wasn't about your thoughts. It was about you and your problem with Tectone. And so I politely and respectfully set a boundary that I don't need to be defended and that I don't want to be like part of this.
Now, what Hex is saying right here is actually kind of crazy because what she's technically saying is that Mtash only used her so that he can pretty much, share his problems with Tectone. He didn't really address, the issue with Hex. Like that was like the whole reason. I think that's the whole reason why she even DM'd Mtash in the first place. So I think what she's basically saying is that Mtash is using other people to pretty much, how can I say, to pretty much justify his anger towards Tectone. So I mean, honestly, it's like, how do I feel about that? I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like you're using other people to pretty much, use your frustration on somebody when you can just simply, state, you can simply express your frustration without using other people. So I definitely see what she's saying, and I definitely see what's going on here. So that's kind of crazy. That, I mean, not Tectone, Mtash. That is kind of crazy because she does make sense. She does make sense. You DM'd her, and then after you DM'd her, then you went you went straight at Tectone. Everything you talked about wasn't even about Hex at all. So you pretty much used her just to get at Tectone, which is kind of crazy.
Tectone, what I really thought, which was that you were trying to start a hate train on my behalf as me as like the mascot of your crusade.
And I understand your point of view. Like I absolutely understand that because it started with you, and so your name is going to be attached to it no matter what. But I'm telling you, and I'm telling everyone else, seeing that conversation, it was like relapse. Seeing all the times it's happened in the past, and the tirade that I went on was a me thing. That was a me issue.
Yes.
And so I'm not defending you. I'm not defending you. I'm recognizing a pattern here that I'm tired of.
Well,
so
what you did do though was try and get me to say, "Oh, can you just confirm that you felt dejected and you didn't know
I did.
what your
I did. I wanted to
feelings were toward
understand.
Tectone and all this stuff?"
Yeah, I wanted to
and, like,
understand why. Yeah, no, I did do that because I was curious. Like, are you guys chill or like were you upset because like the way he bullied you down, the way he broke you down, it seemed like you were pretty frustrated. So I asked, like, were you? Like, what's going on
And you
here?
know what I did is I sent him like a 1,000-word fucking essay about everything that I was worried about and everything I was thinking about, and we talked about it privately.
And that's awesome. I'm really happy for you.
And I told him even after that I was still frustrated with him.
Right.
And I don't need anybody else like
I'm not defending you.
Keep bringing
I'm
up
not
my name, but like I don't want this to be about me. Like if you don't like Tectone, say that you don't like Tectone and say your problem with Tectone. But
I don't like
my
Tectone.
issue,
I
like
have a
whatever.
problem with Tectone.
Okay, so make it about that. Stop bringing up like, oh, these other content creators, this and that and that. If the conversation that I had with Tectone upset you, I understand that. But like that's why I set the boundary of I don't want this to be about defending me.
And I've never said it's about defending you. Even in the DM with you, I said, yeah, this is a me issue now.
Yeah, but when you were on stream, it like high key was because you're trying to rope me into this like hate train that you were doing. Your chat was being super fucking miserable.
I'm not roping you in. What the fuck you talking? You were
All right, now Hex on this part, I feel like she really like there's really no like there's no facts. There's no like or like okay, what everything she's saying is just speculation. Like everything she's saying isn't factual. Like I do understand what she's saying is like like she's saying that MTash is using her to pretty much, start a hate train on Tectone. But you can't even confirm is that if that's true or not. Like you can't just assume this is what he's doing, so it's true. So he never even said, this is all about Hex. That's not even what he said. There are multiple times where Mtash will literally say that he has an issue with Tectone. He says it multiple times. Hex, I feel like Hex, I think I don't even know who she is to be honest, but I think she like the first time I think this is honestly the first time I've seen anything about this content creator. So a lot of people are saying that Tectone pretty much built up her reputation from scratch. So I don't know, maybe that's true. I don't know. But like her saying that he's using her just to get at Tectone, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But I feel like she shouldn't really focus on that because it's just speculation. Like you don't really know if that's true or not. Like he's saying that it's not true, and you're telling him that it's true. The argument is just not going anywhere. So I feel like she should just drop it. And honestly, if I'm being honest, there's really no reason for it to even be in the call in the first place. But it is what it is.
At a
So,
certain
wait,
point, I had
can I-
already
can I-
chatted, and everybody knew I was in chat.
Hex, can I interrupt? So what you're saying is, Mtash, is that you know Hex Juice's intentions more than she does.
Again, you're doing that fucking thing where you put words in my mouth that I never said.
So then why is she telling you her point of view and you're saying, no, your point of view is wrong?
I never said that either.
Hex, did you feel that way?
Tectone. Tectone. Let's be real here. Hex is doing the same exact thing to Imtash. She is literally saying that he is using her as a hate train towards Tectone. Come on, bro. Like she's doing the same exact thing, bro. She is literally doing the same exact thing towards Imtash. So Tectone, you got to be fair here, bro. You got to be fair. She's doing the same exact thing that you're accusing Imtash of doing. She's literally doing the same thing. She's just assuming something with literally no facts. Like Mtash is saying that he is not using her to throw hate at Tectone. Mtash literally stated multiple times he does not like he does sometimes he doesn't like Tectone. I mean, I literally showed you guys. If I click the escape button right here, this has been happening for 3 years. 3 years. I think ever since 2021. This has been happening for a very long time. So for her to assume that this whole thing is about her, I'm not gonna lie, bro. To be honest, bro, it's not about you, bro. This has nothing to do with you. This is literally an Mtash Tectone thing beef. This has been happening for 3 years. It has nothing to do with this content creator. I don't even know who she is. This has nothing to do with her. So I feel like she got to chill out on that one. It has nothing to do with you. So just chill.
Attention and my feelings.
Yes.
Yes. I feel like I've made that abundantly clear.
Cool. So Mtash, you need to be aware of your own actions.
Shit.
Anyways, move forward.
This is shocking.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy being on the other end of this. Holy shit. Like I'm actually in shock right now.
I know, man. That's
I wish you luck. I wish you both luck. Good luck in the content creator space. I will not be talking about you guys.
So man, oh man, was that a movie? That was crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and mute this because this is literally playing in my ears. But this was crazy, man. Like, how do I feel about this? I mean, this is a very tough situation because I feel like in this situation, Tectone is at fault, and in this situation, Mtash is also at fault because there was a clip which pretty much showed Mtash using Tectone as bait to pretty much initiate the drama. So there's like a lot of things going on here, and I like the reason why I feel like this was gonna happen is because this has been happening for 3 years. I feel like now it's going to reach like this whole Mtash versus Tectone. Now it's starting to reach its climax. Like it's starting to reach its peak, and it's just gonna get worse from here. Overall, like it sucks seeing these two beef against each other, like have beef because I do feel like they do have potential to have a genuine bond, but unfortunately, man, I just feel like in this community, it's just very difficult for content creators to bond because I just feel like at this point the game is just making everyone mad. Like if the game sucks, everyone is mad. So at this point, this is probably the Zenless Zone Zero in-game content we were all looking for, or the Genshin Impact in-game content we were looking for. So overall, I feel like things are just gonna get worse and worse, man. Things are just gonna get worse, and I'll say with the whole Hex and Tectone thing, I definitely agreed with most of the things Hex was saying, and I partially agree with the things Tectone was saying. But against the Tectone and Mtashed, very hard. It's very hard to agree to pretty much, it's really hard for me to agree with, a specific side. But I will say Hex, what she did, like the fact that she tried to flip it and make it seem as if all of this, like Mtash was making this, like he was making this all about her and he was using her just to get at Tectone. That was not it, bro. Like I feel like she definitely took that way too far. It has nothing to do with you. This beef has been happening for 3 years straight. It's just reaching its climax. That's all there is to it. It's just reaching the climax. So for it to automatically assume that, oh, he's using her, like, come on, bro. He's not using you, man. Like, he's been having issues with Tectone for a long time. So I don't know, man. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys think this drama is gonna get worse and worse, or is this pretty much the end between Mtash and Tectone? Are they pretty much going to end their friendship right here? I don't know. Who knows? Put your opinions and thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.